Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sully Blue coming to you from the great state of Alabama. Point of interest and topic today, continuing on with the premiums that are occurring. I'm still looking over what I need for open enrollment, and I'm telling y'all, it's an issue. So if this is what you are doing right now, you have to make the best choices that's good for you and your family. One of the positive things that I have going is that I can use the VA, but I still have to have insurance. So I can either use the VA primarily, use my insurance, and get a funky insurance with a messed up deductible, or get a good insurance. Because even if you use the VA, what people don't understand is if you make a certain income, you still have to use your insurance. I still have to get dental. I still have to get vision. I still have my prescriptions that I have to give. I still have to pay deductibles. I still have to pay co-pays. The cheapest one I found, or the least expensive, because I'm not going to say cheapest, the least expensive I found was one under the Blue Cross Blue Shield. But here's the thing people don't understand. In the state of Alabama, Blue Cross and Blue Shield makes up about 98% of policies. So they have different policies that you can get. One of them is, we're talking $1,250 a month. And then they have one for $800 a month. And then they have one for $600. And then they have one for like $400. And that means that I get paid bi-weekly. I'm just being transparent. I get paid bi-weekly. So if I get the insurance for like $600 and something, that's a flat $300 that's coming out of my insurance. And what people don't understand is, here's the thing. I do own my own home. Yes, I worked hard for that shit. So yeah, I own my own home. I am a veteran, and there are certain things you can get. But I also have pre-existing conditions that I am paying for. Being transparent, some issues dealing with knees, hips, physical, and some mental health issues that, hey, we all had some mental health issues that we dealt with when we were in the military. I am 60 years old. I am 2 years away from finally retiring for good. So this is, I don't want to spend all my money on insurance and deductibles and things like that when I have things that I need to take care of before I retire. Yeah, there are things that I want to do. And if I choose to do them, I can. But think about the people that are not in my position, that do not go to VA, that do not make a lot of money. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're making $80,000 or $90,000 a year, and you're paying almost $1,200 a month for you and your family, you got to times that by 12. You deduct that from what you already have. You're no longer making $80,000, $90,000 a year. You're making probably $60,000. That's just after health insurance. Okay, now let's deduct your retirement. And then let's deduct any extra Roth accounts, IRAs, or whatever you have. And then let's deduct your mortgage or your rent, your car note, your insurance, your life insurance. And then deduct all the taxes and everything else, your car registration, your driver's license. When I lived in the state of California, I did not have to go and get my driver's license every year. Get my car registered every year. In the state of Alabama, they make you register your car every year. And now think about that. And you have to have car insurance. You have to have car insurance. So think about that. You pull that out. So by the time you finish paying off all these bills and everything, the $80,000, and this is hypothetical because, be for real, y'all, we in Alabama. I have a master's degree in clinical counseling. Think about this now. I consider myself maybe on the middle class end of things. So think about somebody who's working a 9-to-5 job, making about $60,000 a year. You just cut $12,000 from their pay for medical insurance for them and their family. It's not right. And I know people saying, oh, but blah, blah, blah. No, you think about this. That's Blue Cross Blue Shield. What are the markets looking like? What does the market look like? Think about it now. Think about this. Somebody is lobbying to make us pay a hell of a lot of money, and it is not right. And that's just my opinion. That's just Sally Blue's opinion. You take it for what it's worth. But I will say this. With medical insurance going up, taxes going up, I got my tax statement. It's ridiculous how much my tax statement went up. My homeowner's insurance went up. These are flat fees that have to be paid. Taxes, your car insurance, your HOAs, homeowners association fees and dues. All of these things have to be paid. So let's look at somebody who has some children and they're in school and they have to do, not only do they have to pay all these things, they still have to get things for their children to go to school, because in the state of Alabama, rather than assist children and people with child care and help people get food to eat, they spend their money on billion-dollar prisons. And that is what Kay Ivey, the governor of the state of Alabama, did. She spent $1 billion on a prison. And we got one of the worst prison systems in the country. So what did she spend that money on? That's a good question, isn't it? What did she spend her money, our money, our taxpayers' money on? So when y'all get to open enrollment and y'all see what exactly is going on and how these insurance companies have jacked up these prices. I don't care if it's Kaiser. I don't care if it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. I don't care if it's Alpha. I don't care who it is. These prices are ridiculous. They are ridiculous. There is no reason that humanly possible that we have to pay all of this. And some people rarely go to the doctor. And then y'all wonder why these young folks don't want to get insurance. They're paying all their insurance. They can't afford to pay their rent. They can't afford to pay their mortgage. They can't afford to pay their school tuitions. God bless them. Y'all want them to get out on their own and leave their family home. They can't even afford to buy an efficiency apartment. Rent an efficiency apartment, even in the state of Alabama. You asking for $800, $900, $1,000 a month for an efficiency. What they supposed to do? Yet and still we got a president that gives Argentina $20 billion. What's fair? Ask the people that's running this country. Mike Johnson, John Thune, Donald Trump, the Supreme Court. What's fair? What's fair for the people? What are we getting? We're getting stiffed and we're getting robbed, and our insurance and our taxes are going up while the rich technocrats, plutocrats, autocrats, and capitalists are making all the money. And this is Sally Blue. And y'all know this is true. But I believe this too shall pass. Y'all have a beautiful rainy day. Talk to y'all later.